Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Regional Railroad Station here at Pittston. My name is Matt Fisher. I'm the General Manager of the Reading and Northern Railroad Passenger Department. And we're going to have a very brief and special ceremony here before we start boarding the people for the departure at 8:45. So to start today, Bob Savakinas is with us. Bob is known locally, has a lot of influence with visitor centers, chambers, and he has a YouTube channel as well. I was on one of those earlier to promote the Pittston trips, and we thank you, Bob, so much for everything you did. And we know you want to talk a little bit about the significance and history and how that relates to today. Bob?
Thank you, Matt. Good morning, everyone, on this beautiful day to kick off the summer season here at the Pittston station of the Reading and Northern Railroad. Again, I'm Bob Savakinas, and I am also fortunate to be a PHMC, Pennsylvania Historic Museum Commissioner. There are 11 of us throughout the state of Pennsylvania, and basically what we do is we look at the history, we preserve the history. We have our sites locally, the Anthracite Museum in Scranton, Eckley Miners Village, things like that, etc. But the significance of the history, and when you look at how important the Reading and Northern Railroad has developed and the things that Andy Muller has accomplished and his family. And I've known Andy and his family for a couple of years now, and when they set out to do something, they turn it into a success. They turn it into economic development. And that's what we're going to see here in the Pittston area, northeastern Pennsylvania, between Luzerne and Lackawanna County. A great opportunity to just enjoy train excursions to Jim Thorpe and various other areas. But I also want to congratulate Andy for something that a lot of people aren't aware of, but the T1 locomotives. They were made after World War II, and they're a massive steam locomotive, and Andy refurbished one, brought it back online, and you could ride those excursions in Schuylkill County and Portland and things like that. But the significance is that one of the sister locomotives of the T1s that he refurbished ran in 1976. Does anybody remember the bicentennial? It was the Freedom Train. It was a part of our major history of our country. So Andy, thank you so much for what you've done and all the great things you're bringing here to Pittston and for the history that you have preserved for us all. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Bob. Next, we'll be presenting a check to the mayor of Pittston, Mr. Mike Lombardo. We're donating the Reading Northern Railroad $10,000 to the Downtown Pittston Partnership. And Mr. Lombardo and his staff thought it would be a wonderful place to give money to a nonprofit in this area. So to give the check over to the mayor is Christina Muller-Levan, who is also owner of the railroad. Giving the check over, accepting is Mayor Lombardo for the Downtown Pittston Partnership check for $10,000. Mike, would you like to say a few words?
Sure. Thank you. First and foremost, the Muller family, thank you very much for this kind donation to our nonprofit. I think, as I indicated to some of your staff, actually, the two Matts, who I can't thank enough for their partnership with the city. This check we're going to use to support our Shop with the Cop program, which we rolled out 2 years ago. So thank you very much for that. I also want to thank you for this. I mean, it's just incredible what you've done here. Even before this, the work you put in over the years. We were just talking to the congressman about cleaning up the site, and it's obvious your commitment here. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart on behalf of the city for that. We talk a lot now in the city about the future, but really we can't forget the past and who we are and where we came from. And these yards and these trains were so much a part of the anthracite history here in Northeast PA. So to be able to celebrate it and move it forward into the future, I think is a tremendous opportunity. Again, I want to thank Reading Northern. What an incredible partner. The only way to move forward is to have true two-way partnerships, and I hope that you, Andy, feel that as much as we do, that we've been good partners, and we would love to continue to do that and be supportive as we can. Thank you. It's amazing to see such a tremendous crew of people here. Thank you to all of you working. Thank you for everyone who prepared and worked hard over the last couple of months to get this site looking tremendous. And thank all of you who are out here who are joining us today on this kickoff excursion. Thank you very much.
And as Mayor Lombardo said, we're looking to our past, and we certainly use all of that in order to sell tickets and make it an entertaining date for the entire family. And for the future, we're looking to make this a location where many people will come and visit over the years, whether they're local people or tourists as well, and know that this is going to be an up-and-coming attraction here in the area. Speaking of other attractions, we'd like to thank the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins for having Tux here today. Tux is running around. Oh, there's Tux. And again, thank you, Mike, with all the help from the mayor's office and also the local school districts. We have Wyoming area here today, and they're playing with their band. Once we start boarding people, you'll hear all kinds of music from the Wyoming area band. All right, next we have a special guest in United States Representative Matt Cartwright. He's here this morning to say a couple of words as well.
Thanks, Matt. Well, good morning, everybody, and great to see so many shining, bright, smiling faces this morning. I'm very pleased to join Bob and Marianne Savakinas, Mayor Lombardo, and all of you in congratulating the Muller family. I thank Carol and Andy Muller and the whole Muller family for inviting me here today. It's no secret that I'm a rail fan. You might not know that I spent summers in college working as a signal helper for the railroad. They recognized my intellectual prowess immediately and handed me a shovel and a 20-pound bar. And nothing makes you study hard in college like a job like that. I'm very honored to be here for this special, once-in-a-lifetime event. After nearly 40 years, Reading and Blue Mountain and Northern Railroad will begin running regular excursions out of Pittston from the highly anticipated Wilkes-Barre Scranton Regional Railway. Starting today, a new era of local tourism will chug its way south from the greater Pittston area, making stops in Fairview Township, Whitehaven, before reaching the historic and scenic Jim Thorpe. This 120-mile round trip offers some of the nicest scenery in our region, goes through tunnels, over bridges, and as the line approaches Jim Thorpe, the tracks run parallel to the Lehigh River through the entirety of the idyllic Lehigh Gorge State Park. I'm here to say, today's maiden voyage, powered by streamlined diesel locomotives built in the 1950s, we'll see roughly 800 riders traveling in grand style on a truly historic trip. And I hope you all enjoy this special day, and I thank everybody that made it possible, especially the terrific Muller family. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Cartwright. Next, Mr. Muller, the owner and Chief Executive Officer of the Reading and Northern Railroad. This is his dream, and he put the money behind it to make it happen. Between the entire railroad, we have passenger ridership of over 250,000 people last year, and looking to boost that up to even higher numbers this year, especially with the Pittston train starting today. Mr. Muller?
Well, good morning, everybody. First of all, talking about attractions, I want to introduce my wife, Carol. Met Carol right out of high school. I've been with her ever since. Unfortunately, believe it or not, I have a wife that likes to ride trains. So that's like one in a million to start. So thank you, everybody, for coming. This is so exciting. For those of you that have been around the area for a while, this place was really an eyesore. And when I bought this railroad in 1996, I really had very little idea what I was getting into, let me just tell you. So it took us 25 years to get here, but we're here now, and welcome everybody, and I hope you enjoy the day, because it's going to be fun for me with all these people, and just a great day. I said it reminds me of Mayberry.
Thank you. Okay, we have one more thing to do, and that's the ribbon cutting, and then we'll start boarding people to get onto the train and get to Jim Thorpe. Okay, we'll get a couple of pictures of it before we cut it. It's such a beautiful ribbon, we don't want to cut it. Again, this is the grand opening, May 27th, 2023, of the Wilkes-Barre Regional Railroad Station here at Pittston. Tina, whenever you're ready. Thank you again, everyone, for your support and for your warm welcomes here in the area. We're looking forward to running these trains every weekend through the rest of the year, and all kinds of different trains from this location on.
All right, so right now we have Mr. Andy Muller, the owner and CEO of Reading Northern, and we're on an inaugural Pittston to Jim Thorpe run. I wanted to ask, what are your first impressions so far as to how things are going and the attendance and everything?
You know, an interesting thing is I
absolutely thrilled. I mean, the people are having a great time. I mean, the whole setup, it's just almost like a dream come true, you know, to see what's happened here. You have to go back, and the people that remember what that yard used to look like, you know, it was a disaster, and it took a long time to clean it up. Because you know we're in the freight business, right? This passenger is not paying the bills. And so we could only do that when we had the time to do it. And I wanted to do that for at least 10 years. It all came together, and the guys worked at it. It's just beautiful. I mean, I can't say it.
This is the boarding area for the folks that are getting on in Penobscot. There we go. With Andy Muller as we pull into the station for the inaugural Pittston to Jim Thorpe run. Any final words for us on this first run, Andy?
Made it safely.
We did. Congratulations on a well done first trip.
Thank you.
Success.
Went perfectly.
Go. First in the trip, yep.
Pop down.
Thank you, everybody. Great trip down, good weather. Push it down the bank. All right, some people back here. I'm
And up, oh my God. I'll back out for Maggie. Yeah, sit on the rail.
Keep your filthy hands off the engine.
That's a lot of money there. Okay, that's all. All right, very good. Wow. Don't push me. Yeah.